Greetings, land of YouTube. We've got Wyckoff ReDistribution action, and I still see a lot of YouTubers out there that are way more experienced than me that seem to be missing this Wyckoff distribution pattern. I know some people out there want Bitcoin to go up, and you don't like it when people say it's probably going to go down, but actually going down is good, because when it goes down, that's when you can buy. I'm not really here to criticize anyone, and it's not really my job, but I am a YouTuber that has other channels, and I've recently come to Bitcoin, and this is where I started paying attention, right over here. That's where I started getting in. What I've noticed is, or what I know as a YouTuber is, you got to keep your channel healthy. So, you know, a real good idea is to publish at least one video a day. And I think some of these YouTubers are just making videos for their own sake. And some of them really probably don't really care a whole lot about you. So you might notice a lot of people saying, you know, Bitcoin is going up, it's going up, here's why, you know, but you know, and some of them just may be missing this, but the point is perhaps a lot of them just aren't seeing this. I don't know how that could be possible. A lot of them are saying this here, which looks like a redistribution, which means it's going to go down. They're saying this is an accumulation. They're saying it's this, see on the far right, this final phase, or it's an accumulation and it starts going back up. They're saying that this right here is an accumulation. And if this is a Wyckoff distribution that's going to fully play out, that's not true. This is a redistribution, and it's going to go down, and it might go down another 50%. As hard as that may to be, I can't even spit the words out. As hard as that may be to believe, that's if it plays out, that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to. No one knows totally for sure, but in my opinion, it's looking like it. There's a death cross coming up. I'm sure that many of you have heard about the death cross coming up. If you're watching other videos, I don't even really need to talk about it. The 50-day and the 200-day moving averages, that's lining up. Actually, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, that event's going to probably take place right about in here. Let's see. This is the daily. So that could be taking place right about in here and sometime. My point is unfortunately, now I'm a Bitcoin moon boy. So this is why you might want to at least pay attention to what I'm saying here. I could be wrong, but the death cross is lining up with just about the same amount of time as it took this accumulation on the other side to take place, which is about 37 days. This death cross is looking like it's going to hit at about 37 days. The dollar is pumping. The dollar is shooting up. Jerome Powell just did some things yesterday, and the dollar is pumping. That's bad for Bitcoin. There's a lot of bad things lining up for Bitcoin, regardless of any good news about Michael Saylor or countries making it legal tender. That news has already taken its course. That's not going to affect the price today, tomorrow, this week. That's already happened. What I'm thinking is going to happen is you got the death cross, you got this Wyckoff redistribution, which could go longer. No one knows for sure. There's no set amount of time, but it's lining up with that death cross to where, you know, it's ranging, and then finally death cross here, you know, something like that. Dollar's pumping. The Dow's falling. The pre-market action today, Dow's down again. S&P's down. Nasdaq's down 0.3, and that's not good. Bitcoin definitely is correlated with the major markets. Then you know, you've probably been told that it's going to go up like this, and you probably think that that it's only good if it goes up like this and everything else is bad and you might not want to listen to anything else. But actually, if it does go down like this, that's good for you because then you get a buy down here. You get a buy. One thing I don't think a lot of people see coming is FUD. I'm pretty sure there's some big FUD stories coming up, maybe to end this weekend or to end this week, maybe on the weekend. There's really some crazy things that happen on the weekend with Bitcoin. That maybe when the FUD comes out. Anyways, I'm expecting FUD to come out in the next 1 to 10 days to match up with the death cross, to match up with this end of this Wyckoff ReDistribution. The dollar's getting super healthy. It probably won't last long, but right now the dollar is pumping, just pump, and that's bad for Bitcoin. There's a lot of things that are lining up, and I don't necessarily want to be right about this, but I don't see how anyone out there that makes videos about Bitcoin could ignore this pattern. This is a pattern the Wyckoff saw, I think it's over 100 years ago or something. And this is a major common thing in these money markets. And now in the modern age with Twitter and social media and whatnot, it can be manipulated so much better, so much easier, and so much faster, and so much just perfectly almost, right? The good news over here, I said in my last video, right in through here was the Elon Musk pump. Tesla bought Bitcoin. Is that a coincidence? It was the perfect time for, to make this, to match this Wyckoff distribution. And in here there was FUD and great stories and FUD and great stories, right? And then Elon Musk came here out of the blue, a guy that just bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. He's a clean energy guy. Tesla's a clean energy company, if you don't know that. All of a sudden he says Bitcoin is bad for the environment, and it doesn't run on clean energy and all this. And if he wasn't, he would have never invested back here $1.5 billion, right? He would have already had all that information. So why did he say it here, right? So I don't know if it's collusion or if it's all coordinated, or if it's a Wyckoff pattern, which is a natural thing. The big players are smart and they take advantage of all the retail people. And you're the retail people listening. If you're watching my video, chances are 99.99999% you're all retail. And they take advantage of it. That's why this Wyckoff guy invented this, because he noticed that the small guy was getting wiped out constantly. And that's why he invented this Wyckoff system to teach people what the big institutions, when I say institutions, I don't mean like Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy and Grayscale. I don't mean the kind of institutions that are buying Bitcoin and just holding it. I mean, it's the institutional traders, and maybe institution is even the wrong word. It's the people with a ton of money that are trading this, right? So anyways, it's no coincidence, I don't think. So what I'm expecting is some FUD. I'm expecting some FUD, some well-timed FUD here. And I'm expecting this to go ahead and come down. And if there's a bunch of bad news, like the dollar getting real strong, and who knows what else, FUD could come out. Even it doesn't have to be true. It could be. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Is this is an industry full of snakes and liars, right? You just got to learn that right away. So anyways, there's actually a lot of bad negative things, even though Bitcoin is a wonderful thing, right? And I'm thinking, at the end of this year, maybe 2022, or maybe even the next halving cycle, 4 years from now, Bitcoin, 4 years from now, Bitcoin might be $1 million, right? So don't get me wrong. you know, if you bought up here, if you bought at $64,000 and you're sitting there wondering what's going on, I would just hold on to it at this point, because in time, Bitcoin's going to go into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, barring some kind of black swan event, right? So, you know, Bitcoin's probably going to $1 million. So just relax. Don't use leverage, particularly right now, because it's real volatile and it's real scary, and it's being manipulated by these big players without a doubt. So you might have a chance to. I drew this circle a little low. This is the 20,000 line. Although this accumulation actually happened from like 17,000 to just under 20, so technically it would be there. So, but that's what point I was getting to. If something real bad, if all this stuff lines up the way I'm thinking it is, they could really scare and a lot of people. And you know, like right here, there was like $10 billion of long positions leveraged that got liquidated. So you know, it could be another $10 billion or more long liquidation that takes place. There could be FUD here. We got the death cross coming in here, right? I got the death cross coming in like that, and we got obviously right in front of your face. This is a Wyckoff distribution pattern. See how that's working? Here's a real easy one for your mind to see. This is the accumulation back in November. That's this, and then you can just go right up and see. We've got the reaccumulation. Up here's the distribution. This is where the big smart people, or the, however you want to say that, the experienced people with tons of money, this is where they're getting out, and the retail investors are getting sucked in. And then here's where Elon Musk tweeted about Bitcoin being bad. Boom, down here, and here's the redistribution phase. And I do believe that's where we're at right now. Here, I could be wrong. It might, there's possibly it could just do like something like this for a while, and then it could go up from here. I'm not saying I'm exactly right. I'm just saying watch out. You got to watch out for this, because look at this pattern. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's just it's almost so perfect. It's amazing, right? It's a naturally occurring pattern, but like I say, it could be. This is natural, but it's also, in my eyes, it's totally manipulated, and it's just easy to do these days, particularly. I can't imagine some of these people with tons of money. There's just got to be sitting somewhere laughing, just laughing at us, right? So please pay attention to what's going on here. I'm not saying it's a sure thing, but lots of YouTubers are saying this accumulation down here, which would be at about 20,000 for Bitcoin, they're saying this is what this is, and I don't think so. There's a big difference, right? If this is the redistribution, it's going to dump, and a lot of YouTubers have been saying this is the accumulation that's going to pump. So be warned. And the reason why this isn't bad news, if you're leveraged in long positions, you probably hate me for what I'm saying right now, but I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to just give out information. And the good news is, for everyone listening, if you are patient, this might play out. And if it does, Bitcoin probably won't stay at 20,000 for long. I'm thinking it might dip down to 17,000. I was trying to get to that point earlier with all this bad stuff coming together. Is it a coincidence? It's all coming at one time. That's why I'm expecting some FUD stories, like 2, 3, 4, 5, just piled on top of each other, right? Boom, 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 within a matter of days. It might be this weekend, might be next week, could be today. But anyways, with all that momentum, there could be a death wick. I mean, just a massive death wick to like 17,000, right? And there could be like 10 more $1 billion liquidation of longs. And if that does go down that far, it's probably going to snap up real fast, and then I just can't see Bitcoin staying below 20,000 for very long. So it's going to be interesting if this does go down to see what happens. Is it going to be just a deep crevice with a V shape that comes back up? Where's that reaccumulate? Where's that accumulation going to be? Is it going to be between 20 and 30,000, or is that going to come back up here around 30, or where exactly will this accumulation on their side? Where will that be? I don't know. But the good news is, and why you should actually like what I'm saying, even though it's not good news. At the end of this, see this arrow, right? This arrow is shooting up from the bottom, which is probably for the next 6 months, for the rest of the year 2021. It could really, if you were to buy in at 20,000, I don't know. I'm probably going to start buying under 30,000 and just kind of pay attention. It could get scary. If it goes to 17,000, there could be people that long at 29,000 and get wiped out at 17,000. So, it's real dangerous place. So, I can't see it staying there for long. It's going to be massive buying. But that arrow, the end of this Wyckoff pattern, see that arrow? It does this. It's pointing to the sky. See that? Now, there will be hiccups along the way. It's not going to go straight up. But, if it goes to 200,000 this year, just this year, and you buy at 24, 25,000, something like that, that's 8 times, 9 times your money in the next 6 months. It's just something to think about. Educate yourself. This is not financial advice. I could definitely be wrong, and a black swan could make everyone wrong. And just Wyckoff was a smart dude that was interested in helping the little guy, and that's my kind of guy, right? He was trying to educate people. That's how these markets work, and put in manipulation. It's even easier. I'm expecting the FUD. I'm expecting the FUD storm on top of all these other things coming together. And I've said that many times. I want to get that through, and I hope you enjoyed this. And as always, thanks for watching.